Bing, boom, here we are, coming at y'all. It's been a fucking minute since I had my boy Drew on the show. Those of y'all that have been joining us lately on the show might not know my main man's here, but he did a lot of the earlier episodes with us, and we're gonna be getting him on here more often. We're in the middle of spooky season here on the channel. This is Phantom Frequency. We talk about all those different types of topics and all kinds of stuff here on the channel all year round. But this time of the month, we're mostly focusing on horror. But today, obviously, that is not the case because you can see by the freaking thumbnail and all that other shit that this is One Piece live action. We're doing the review and we're doing, a comparison to the East Blue Saga in the anime and whatnot. He is a lifelong fan of One Piece. I am a casual fan that's been watching it since like 2018, 2019. So we're both going to give our perspectives on, the live action series as a whole, compared to some of the things in the anime, what they did better, what we thought that they could improve upon, and speculate a little bit for what's to come in season 2 and all that good jazz. So make sure you're clicking all the buttons below the video and everything. It always helps the channel out. We appreciate all the support we've been getting lately and all the support we get in the past, present, and future. So much love to each and every one of you. We're also going to have this on the podcast feed. I have been drastically overdue for updating that, but make sure y'all check on that this week. We're going to have all the episodes updated on there in audio format, except for our video exclusive content. So make sure you hop over there if you need to check it out on audio. You don't have a lot of time to watch video and whatnot. But like I said to you off camera, man, we're just gonna get into all the One Piece dopeness here in the live action stuff. So we're gonna
live action dopeness.
Yeah, live action dopeness in the sense of we're gonna focus mainly on what our overall thoughts are on the live action series and everything like that. And obviously, we'll compare it somewhat to the anime, but I want to also leave that for almost its own portion of it. But just want to give our general thoughts on this as a whole and what we thought about it, and if they pulled what we thought of it in general. I'll start with you, man, since like I said, you're the most knowledgeable person of the anime and manga.
So you want me to start like saying on what I think about it?
Yeah, just overall, you know what I mean? Just in a general sense.
Definitely fucking mid tier. Everybody hyped it up so much to the point
it
where
was getting quite a bit of hype.
It got so
about a
much
week
hype.
or so ago. That's true.
It got so hyped the second it dropped. So many people hyped it up, and it just it was good for a live action, but it was not to like the characters. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I didn't see the characters in them. I didn't see Garp. I definitely didn't see
Garp for me
either. I truthfully,
that's for sure,
definitely didn't see Zoro, as Zoro is.
I'm a little in and out with Zoro. Sometimes I felt like he was kind of nailing it. Other times I kind of felt
action,
the physicality, but I feel like he was kind of in and out for me. But go ahead.
Nami was a little bit different.
For sure.
I also know it's not a one-to-one adaptation.
Of course.
But there's certain things where they could have just done 1-to-1 and it would have been fine. It would have been perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we definitely get into more of those specific elements for sure. Because there's only one thing about Nami I think they changed that I wasn't really a fan of, but everything else I thought.
What was that?
I liked. I just didn't like how the town wasn't aware of what she was doing. With the overall, what was it? Several billion.
Her 100 million berry.
100 million berry or whatever.
Because back then that was a lot.
Yeah, and we'll get into that more specifically as we get more into the comparisons of the individual characters and storylines. But that was one specific element that I wasn't as big of a fan of. But pretty much everything else we'll get more into later.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Me personally, it was when she did the walk with everybody else. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. But no, honestly, I didn't really like that because it was a lot more impactful showing what the crew was going to do for Nami. And she didn't have to be there. You know what I mean? And then they just show it as like, she's going to walk with them. And they do the epic walk when they're walking to Arlong Park. I'm like, why? Like, she didn't have to be there. Like, just let her stay there. Do you know why they did it? Because everybody's woke now. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's because they have to show her being there, but she didn't do anything in the anime. So why did she have to show up in the beginning of the fight? The whole point was her to come and see the actual outcome and be like,
she's not adding to that actual battle in that sense. Yeah,
she really didn't do anything in the live action, did she? In the battle.
Very minor.
I honestly
but not
don't
much.
remember.
She fought a little bit, yeah.
Did she really?
But she was more physical in this version than she was more physically.
Well, she was with like the
capable
buggy,
in this shit
with the buggy arcs, which
Yeah.
that was great. I like that.
Me too.
Yeah. And even Nami fighting. Honestly, when she brought out that step and when she was fighting the Marines, that was cool.
Yep.
I
was
that.
like, see, this is a natural progression for her to get
Correct.
the weapon from Usopp and all that stuff later because
Correct.
It felt more shoehorned in the anime, honestly. So
it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, hey, by the way, here. And here's the weapon. And it's funny because I'm almost towards that part because they're almost gonna get to Alabasta.
Woo!
I'm on episode 76.
That is like
I'm rewatching it because of the live action.
Top 3 for me, man.
And I think it happens around like 100, 110, something like that, maybe 120. But when she gets the actual climb attack, and it was fun. It was one of my favorite moments in the Alabasta arc. I hope they do it justice. And
we'll see.
I want to see the birds pop out and her freak out and just slam it on the ground.
Yeah, for real.
I want to see all that. You having fun there?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Readjusting here.
Got it.
Trying to fucking get this thing going here.
Gotcha.
Goddamn.
But like, it takes out a lot. The One Piece live action takes out a lot of the emotional impact that One Piece really does have. The anime and the manga, coming from an anime lover, I watch the anime all the time. I'm rewatching it again. It takes out a lot of the impact, the emotional impact. When I saw Nami stabbing her arm in the anime and in the manga, but again, the anime with the music, it adds a lot more impact.
Exactly.
The way she was just like, Arlan! And she's just stabbing her arm. It hurt a lot. Like, I was crying. Like, I felt so bad. And then when Luffy showed up, that's when I got chills. And I was like, that was the moment, I swear to God, One Piece. That was it.
That's when you're
One
like,
Piece.
I'm in.
He's
man.
my captain. Luffy's my captain instantly.
That's how she was in the moment too,
yes,
you know?
Because that's how much the impact meant. As emotionally.
I feel you.
When I saw it in the live action, I was just yeah. It was good. It was good. It still had the moment, but it wasn't as much. Let's just wait a second, you guys. Bloop. All right, awesome. All right, hold on.
Obviously, I'm gonna leave that in. I like to be able to see the screen.
That's no fun.
Just goes to sleep after a while because it's not good for in general. For the
yeah, I get
forever and forever.
By the way, you could change the time to make it stay open longer.
I know, but I don't like it to be on for too long and shit.
Just for the fucking podcast.
And I don't shoot podcasts long form all the time, so I feel like I have to find a balance in between.
This should really be kept in. Like, you should, come on, you guys. Anyway, you should cut it. If you want to cut it out, cut it out. But I'm just saying. Okay, where we were back. We got to go back to when Nami was.
But yeah, man. So when it comes to the emotional impact of the whole freaking, stabbing the arm scene with Nami and shit like that.
Well, about everything.
I'm just saying, for example, like some of those moments worked for me, and some of the emotional impact was there for me, but it definitely didn't hit all the time like it did. Like, I thought the Sanji flashbacks hit for me. I thought the Usopp stuff actually felt a little more genuine.
Like the flashback?
Yeah, I thought those flashbacks actually played better for me in the live action than in the anime. The Nami flashbacks I felt like were fine in the live action, but played better in the anime.
Well, it's because it's brutally in the animes, and they can't show that in the live action.
Zoro will get more into, Luffy will get more into, and vice versa. But just giving a few brief examples, some of the flashbacks and emotional impact was there for me, but sometimes in the present, in the current state of the crew, I don't felt like.
Do you know why
the impact was there quite as strong at times?
Yeah.
So I'm a little on the fence on that one, but overall, I get totally what you're saying.
Do you know why though? It's because everything was too quick. I understand, like, it was
sorta
8 episodes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
8 episode season, 45, maybe 50 minutes.
So you're probably talking about, because I calculated it before.
So they fit a lot.
They probably took out about like 6-7 hours, maybe,
throughout the entire part where they are now, right? In the anime, I would say about. Yeah. They took out about a big stuff. They added a few stuff.
Yeah.
For example, when Mihawk shows up to the Baratier, by the way, I am offense to that. I really hated that. What they did in live action.
Oh, how he took out Don Krieg. And
No,
then
no,
he
that was
shows up.
fine. No, that was fine. But then again, that was kind of
I kind of missed out on that. I kind of like that whole.
they ruined that
fight
part.
that went
You know
down,
what they could have done? Because they showed fuck, what's his name? Krieg? No. His second in command, his lieutenant.
I can't remember. Is it the guy that washes up?
The guy who Sanji feeds.
Yeah, I always forget his name.
I'm looking it up right now. Keep talking.
But yeah, keep it going, baby. Vamp it up. But that was actually one of the moments that really worked for me, man. I thought some of the visuals and stuff like that. But just kind of transitioning into my overall thoughts here too, you know, and we'll circle back to this character and I'll kind of bounce off of that. Overall, I really dug this adaptation. I don't think this is The Last of Us or something like that, where it's completely revolutionary, completely changes the game. This is the best Western-made adaptation of an anime I've watched.
Yes.
I'll say that. Best anime adaptation? I mean, I haven't watched all the Japanese shit and all that, but I definitely can't say that definitively. But as opposed with this guy, Jin, that we were, Geen?
Yes,
oh,
Geen
was the guy that washed up. That was one of the moments I thought that they nailed. And that was some of the things there that I thought was actually really
they
on
didn't
point.
nail him.
I don't think necessarily
they
that
nailed the
means
point
that
where
much
he
to
was
me.
begging for food.
Yeah,
they nailed
and
that.
that shows the aspect of what Sanji's character was doing.
But
they didn't get the chance to dive into that character and have him chill as long with them, and for them to really form some more of that camaraderie before Don Krieg shows up in order to start the whole conflict that goes down.
You know, I could fix that entire.
That's the whole thing.
I could fix that entire thing, that entire episode, especially since they brought in Geen. I didn't think they were going to bring in Geen like that. I thought he was going to be in a cameo on the end of the episode. You know what I mean? Like Shushu was for the Orange Town arc. Shushu shows up while they're like walking them to the port, and then they give him a box of food. Yeah, that was Shushu. That's a nice little cameo.
I thought they'd have that old guy, Wasop or whatever, show up.
Wasop
or whatever the hell his
name
is.
The mayor?
Yeah,
that
whatever.
was the mayor who handed them the food.
Was that him? Yeah.
That was the mayor. That was the guy. I forgot his name, but yes.
Whatever his name
But what they should have done, since they showed Geen, have Geen show up earlier. Luffy has to do clean the dishes. Same reason. He signs the thing, which I thought was funny. He signs it off. He's like, we don't do credits. And then like he pulls him outside. He's like, wash dishes for a year.
And that was straight up out of it. That I thought was perfect. His whole thing was like, oh, just put it on my tab.
I like that because that did fit his character. Because in the anime and manga, they shoot a cannonball, or he misdirects a cannonball into the thing, and it was like, you have to pay for it, you know. And he was like, a whole year.
But yeah, him having to pay for food.
Yes.
I'm like, Luffy,
still Luffy.
I was like, see,
Love
that's where I was like, all right, the people that are making the show get it.
Yes, I understand.
That's the thing where I'm like, all right, this I can tolerate. This is something where I'm like,
they get some things and they don't.
Yeah,
get the others.
And I think that's like you said, time getting constrained.
Of course,
that's gonna do it, and that's the only thing I think that's gonna hold the live action show back a little bit from ever really exceeding or reaching the heights of the anime.
Well,
but I don't want to take that away from the live action completely and saying it's not good or it can't be great. But I think there's certain things that you're not going to be able to nail or execute the same way.
For example, I could execute the Mihawk thing perfectly without destroying Garp's character because he calls Mihawk for help.
Yeah, Garp
will never do that. We'll get into that.
We'll
Mihawk, will never answer a call from a vice admiral to go hunt a pirate. Never do that. Never.
I was like,
and he says that. He says that. He actually even says that in the next episode where he shows up and he's in Garp's like room. He's like, Mihawk, what are you doing here? He's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be hunting out this guy. He's like, I don't take orders from you. It's like, you literally just did from the last episode. You went to the Baratier looking for Luffy because Garp asked. And by the way, Luffy did nothing interesting for Mihawk to be how like, you're an interesting kid. Just because he says he wants to be the Pirate King. That's enough for him to spare a kid because, you know, Mihawk spares people, everybody.
You know, good point. I didn't think about this at the time, but that's a very good point because at this point in the anime, wouldn't he have beaten Don Krieg?
Yes.
By the time we met Mihawk, right?
Yes.
See? That's why I said taking him out.
Oh, wait. No, in the anime, no. Don Krieg.
Fighting Don Krieg.
Zoro and Mihawk's fight happened before Luffy and Don Krieg's fight.
Damn, can't remember. All right.
So it was Luffy, Zoro and Mihawk.
Oh,
that all happened, and then they ended up like, you know, I will never lose again. and then they
So
sail
how
off.
did Mihawk end up going at them in the first place? I haven't rewatched this in a minute.
Because you want to
I've
know
seen it
something,
once.
which also I loved about the anime, the live action.
Yeah.
They nailed it, and I love that little Easter egg where in the anime, Mihawk shows up and he slices up Don Creed's galleon, right?
Yeah.
He's just everything gets sliced up. They're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then like it's him, it's Mihawk, and then Zoro starts twitching, and then they're like, "What, Gin?" It goes to Gin, and Gin it says, "Why would he come follow us all the way from the Grand Line to here?" It goes to Chef Zeph. He goes, "Maybe you disturbed him from his sleep." And in the live action, when Don Krieg and Mihawk meet face to face on the island, he's, "Why are you doing this to Mihawk?" "You disturbed me from my sleep."
Oh,
And I was like, "Yes!" I love that little little Easter egg. But
got you.
in the anime, it was
I know Garp didn't have anything to do with it.
Garp had
I know
nothing to
that.
do with it.
Yeah.
See, but they could have done that in the live action because Gin was already there. So they could have had Gin show up, get some food. They could have gave him like
While
some
Luffy
food.
and them were there,
Yeah, they could have gave him some food, like in a bag, for your crew, and then Luffy could have still had a speech to Zeph, like he did this for these people that are starving, awesome, and then Zeph gets it proud, and then Don Creed shows up. He was like, "I want this shit," and then Mihawk shows up, slices up the galleon. He's like, "Oh, you disturbed me from my slumber." Same kind of thing.
Zoro can still fight.
And then
him.
Zoro shows up, and he was like, "We're gonna fight."
That's the guy.
Yes,
that's my enemy.
That's the thing about the live action in the Zoro one is because Zoro in the anime, it was like a spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Mihawk was right there. It wasn't like
past naturally a little more.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was.
He didn't
Meet me
seek
tomorrow
anything out.
morning.
Yeah.
It wasn't any of that where he had
I
time
remember
to think
that.
of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because if honestly, Zoro's not stupid. Zoro knows his own strength, and if he has time to actually think about it,
he probably wouldn't have done it.
Probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for Luffy to be like, "Yeah, go for it." I understand it's his. Or actually, Luffy would have.
Yeah, I was like,
he would have said it.
Yeah, I was like, that felt pretty accurate.
I'm sorry about
like,
that.
What the fuck's up with you?
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm not getting in the way of his dream, dude."
Yeah, that's true.
I mean?
Yeah, Luffy.
I gotta let homie do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, that is his attitude.
That
I
is.
was like that. At first, I was kind of like, really? Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's pretty Luffy-ish. Yeah. I was like, Luffy being pretty Goku in nature in that sense. I'm like, that kind of tracks.
Like go ahead.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
That tracks.
Yeah.
But with Zoro, I do feel like he would have not probably went through with that
if he had time to. If he really did have time to think about it.
He hasn't even thought about that yet.
Yeah,
it's
he just
been,
jumped in.
Focused on becoming the best. He hasn't even been thinking about that.
Yeah,
he hasn't even mentioned that motherfucker.
Well,
so that goes to show you, he's like, "I'll never lose again," and that's what he focuses on.
Yes,
just being the best and just finding the One Piece and all that other shit. He's like, "I ain't got time for the Mihawk thing. I'll just be the best and prove it." Where in this shit, he was just for the moment. "Hey, it's you. Come here, dog." Like fucking Vegeta would be and shit like that. That's
like what he did with Cell.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's like his Vegeta archetype thing that Zoro's inspired by. Definitely plays through in that way. So I'm with you, man. That's a very, very good point, dude.
But that was because you remember Grand Line Reviewers. It's not like I could fucking take credit for it because
everything
he said. You sent me that video.
Yeah.
Everything he said, I honestly agreed with.
I feel you.
Everything. Honestly,
I don't remember every single point he said now, but I remember agreeing with some of them. It was like the Garp one, dude. Like I said, we're gonna have a whole thing dedicated on that because I think we're pretty much on the same page.
Yeah.
There.
Anyway, you continue. I've talked about my side. What the fuck?
I feel you. But yeah, so overall, I like most of the characters. Not all of them. Like I'll say the ones I like. I'll say the ones I dislike. I won't get too deep into it because I want to kind of get into them sort of individually, but won't get too long-winded on you guys. But overall, the characters that I thought they absolutely nailed was Anaki Godoy as Monkey D. Luffy. That casting to me was perfect. He absolutely captured the innocence, the naive nature of it, the adventure, the good-hearted nature of it, and everything like that. And I liked where he had, he has a different accent. He has kind of a different vibe going on, just as an actual human being. So it does make Luffy feel like, just this unique character amongst the other group. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah.
And as a unique hero and everything like that. Some of the rubber effects look a little weird.
He doesn't believe in heroes, by the way, you guys.
No.
Fishman Island arc.
Yeah,
I'm not a hero.
But yeah, Luffy. A couple things about Luffy I didn't like that I'll briefly get into though. I didn't like how he called himself a good pirate. Definitely did not feel like Luffy to me.
He said that when?
Yeah, he said that in the earlier when he was talking to Kobe and shit. When he was convincing him to leave.
Oh, I'm a good pirate.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was like, nah, I'm not. He doesn't say good or bad.
He doesn't have the concept of that, really.
Nah, he just when he knows something's fucked up, he knows it.
Yeah.
And he gets involved.
Exactly.
He doesn't say, I'm
if it's
good.
something he doesn't like.
Yeah, he's not very like, I'm a hero and all that other shit.
Excuse me.
He's just, I'm a pirate. Like,
right.
You know, I do
everybody else, if they're a pirate too, and if they do something he doesn't like, that's when
he's like, yeah,
all right,
I'm not like that. When he said that later, I was like, okay, better. I was like, but I just didn't like how they had him saying that
in the
first.
beginning, yeah.
But after a while, where he was just like, no, I'm just not like that. Like, I'm my own thing, and this, and then people were like, oh, actually, so a pirate doesn't have to be that. Even Nami was kind of going into that later.
Yeah.
Getting into Nami, I thought Emily Rudd cast as Nami because I've seen her in the Fear Street movies, a couple horror movies they did on Netflix.
Got it.
I thought she was really good in that. So her cast as Nami to me felt like good casting, and overall, I thought they did a good job. I like some of the changes they made with her being more physically able to, you know, carry herself and handle herself well, with having more combat training and things like that. I thought that the overall design and look of her was really cool. We got a lot of really like screen accurate, you know.
Fun fact about the design
and all that other shit. Yeah.
The designs were actually part of some of the Oda's original designs.
Exactly, that weren't even in the final stuff, right?
Okay, continue.
Yes. Yeah, because I saw something about that on IG.
Yep.
But that's another thing that I loved about this too, man. With the creators is really putting that heart and soul in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Emily Rudd I thought did a good job. Let me see here. Just make sure I get my names right. Taz Skylar as Sanji nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I also thought that he played the simp part of Sanji even better. It didn't seem as pathetic to me.
Because it's like, not an anime.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's because it's a cartoon. Yeah. So they're going to lean more into that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's animated, all right?
There you go. No,
Shut up. It's animated. It's a fucking cartoon.
No.
Get over it.
We're not doing this.
It's the same thing. It's Japanese.
Avatar is not an anime. It's a cartoon.
Cartoon and anime.
It's anime inspired.
Same shit. It's Japanese cartoons.
Yes, it is. But Americans...
But fucking yeah, Taz Skylar is Sanji. The guy literally took kickboxing, took chef classes, became a chef, cooked for everyone on set, studied the character, loves One Piece. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Hugh Jackman of anime castings. I'm saying it right now. This guy is the shit. I loved this guy almost the most out of anyone in the show.
He was great.
Nailed it.
He nailed it.
Nailed it. The design, everything.
I honestly can't wait for him in the Little Garden. Because since I was watching it in the anime, him just sitting there is like, nobody has showed up yet. This is kind of weird. And he's just sitting on top of a T-Rex.
Yep.
He's like, maybe I shouldn't really worry about this hunting contest. He's like, I'll go find them. And then like he runs off and he kills the Unluckies. And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, I can see this guy totally pulling all this off.
I love that.
And like I said, the whole simping thing after Nami was just perfect. It was just like that guy, you know, that thinks he can get a lot of girls, but he doesn't get a lot of girls. But he's willing to put himself out there to do it. So I was like, perfect. Yes. I love it. I know this guy.
Yeah. Sanji,
I might know him too well.
The guy who, I don't know his fucking actual name. What is it? Who?
Taz Skylar. Taz Skylar.
Okay, so I'll call Taz.
I'll
just call him Taz.
Tasmanian.
Yeah, that's why it's easy to remember, but I promise I won't remember. Taz, he was actually really good at Sanji. I preferred him than his... Just because of the simping was not as hardcore.
Exactly.
But then again, I love the comedic aspect of Sanji simping being super hardcore.
Anime, it's fun, man. I just think sometimes it gets in the way of the fights. Sometimes
it pisses me off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, Sanji!
I'm like, not now. All right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think the live action, if they get to do multiple seasons...
But he's going to do the same thing, though.
I hope not. I hope
he's going to have to.
Back.
That's Sanji's character.
Because here's the thing. Here's an example. Like Homegirl, I always forget her name. Like Homegirl in Annie's Lobby.
Robin?
No.
Khalifa.
Now, the whole context of how that's played out, that I kind of get it. I'd probably be distracted too. I'm probably not going to fight
her in the bath. Yes.
You know what I mean? She straight seduces the guy.
Okay.
Sometimes in the he's like, I'm not going to hit a woman, man.
Nope. All right.
And then he's getting his ass beat. I'm like, all right, can we not do this for
a whole episode? He was beating her. Well, but he never hit her.
Yeah.
No, that was Khalifa.
Yeah.
He never hit her, but he like blocked her moves.
Yeah.
And then like he was
that
like,
was different.
Okay.
You know, I just feel like some other points in the series, like in Wano, I'm like, dude, this is all out war right now.
Like which one? Which point?
Like whatever, like the big giant chick or whatever. When he like was all like,
the Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
I forgot her
man.
name, but yes,
like, you should know it's monster people. You should know
he can't,
there's something
dude.
going
She's
on.
hot, bro.
I'm like, dude, Not that hot, all right?
She really wasn't.
She had horns and shit.
Did she?
Think so.
Okay.
So I'm like, come on, bro. Like, can we tone it down, Sanji?
Hey man, she's
You
got
did
tits.
you not get laid during 2DNY? 2 day 2 days.
You know where he
whatever?
lived. It's 2 days.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, the no 2 days, the
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 days, 2 years.
2 days X 2Y.
Whatever.
Uh,
Y2K.
All right, I'm gonna kill this guy. You guys.
Y2J.
Hey, if you guys don't hear about Kenny, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Y2J.
but like, no, he didn't. Do you know why he didn't get laid? Do you know where he was?
Where was he?
The island of queers.
Oh right, yeah. What the fuck, man? See, live action changed that. But anyways,
Well, we haven't even got to that point though.
I know, but they better change that down the line.
I hope they don't.
Before we go on too
It's
much, of a
perfect.
tangent here.
That's where he gets the whole Diablo Jambe, bro.
I know. I'm joking.
Hell
Just
memories.
don't call it queers, man. You're gonna probably get yourself canceled. On
Dude, I
Twitter.
can't wait to see they show Ivankov or like Bon Clay. Especially Bon Clay in the
Hey, you're on too much of a tangent right here.
God
Save
damn
that for the end.
All we're talking about is One Piece.
Save it for the end. God damn it.
Damn it.
Stay focused. Stay on target.
One
God
Piece?
damn it. Stay on target. But let's see here. Morgan Davies, Corby. I thought that kid did a pretty damn good job.
You mean Kobe?
Kobe. Sorry, I said Corby, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
Who's-
Kobe. I knew a kid named Corby, and I always do that.
Okay.
Morgan Davies. That kid. I thought he did a really, really good job of playing the character.
It was
Felt pretty genuine to it. At times, it was a little jarring when they were kind of in the middle of some real shit, and they would jump over to him and goddamn Helmeppo over there fucking around and whatnot.
Yep.
But I thought they did a good job with both those characters. So overall, solid. Didn't mind him at all.
I
Jeff
did.
Ward is Buggy. That guy fucking nailed it.
Got it. Yes.
I think I might even like his version better than the anime. I said it.
Friendship over. Friendship. I'm just kidding.
Come on, man.
How I Met Your Mother.
It was damn
Watch
good,
it.
man.
No, he was good. He was very good.
Damn good.
He's
I said.
He's not Buggy.
Not yet, but I'm just saying.
No, but do you know
I
why Buggy the Clown? Okay, when he was saying his epithets in the live action, and he was like, "Oh, genius gesture," and Luffy's just like, "Huh," you know. But by the way, he's the one that calls himself that. Nobody else did. It's Buggy the Clown.
Exactly.
Period. Everybody knows him that.
Exactly.
In the One Piece world, because that's what his one poster says.
Yeah.
Buggy the Clown, not genius gesture. Nobody says that.
Nope.
But Buggy, like, that's something Buggy would say. Yes, he was a great actor. I loved the version of Buggy. But Buggy is the fool. Did you want to?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Got it.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Buggy was, like, great. He was really good, but when I watched him in Impels Down, when he was in the prison, and, like, faking, like, trying to make his way through shit, why are you, is that like a sound thing, or are you just like trying not to distract people?
No, I'm trying not to.
Because that's distracting as it is.
I'm not trying to like knock anything over.
Okay.
That's all.
That way you just,
I was trying not to knock it over.
and it was just but like in him and Impel Down is the way Buggy is as a person. You know what I mean? We watched him in the anime. Him and Impel Down, he was goofy. He was just lucky. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But he's a great character.
This fucking
He's
guy being
funny.
Emperor of the Sea.
Oh my!
Ridiculous.
And do you know why he got Emperor of the Sea status?
No.
You don't know why?
No.
It's because when they did the Cross Guild poster, because that was Buggy's crew. It was called the Cross Guild. Mihawk and Crocodile joined because Crocodile gave him the money to make the Cross Guild. That's why when we see him after, and he's just like this giant like thing, and he spreads out his body parts, and it's a giant red suit. Yeah, that's the Cross Guild. It's like, bring me in Marines. So they have bounties on Marines, which is a cool concept, by the way. I can't wait to see what they do with that in the in the anime and manga. Can't wait to see what they would do with that in
bounties on Marines.
Yes, it's cool. There, one reason why I don't like Garp in the live action, because we see him right now in the anime. I'm sorry, in the manga. Garp, spoilers? Do I say? Can I? I don't know. It's spoilers. It's huge spoilers.
I mean, spoiler alert for them, yeah.
Spoiler. I'll give you
Yes.
guys 30 seconds.
I mean, it's a long ass story. Can't
It's
be
very
that
long.
spoiled.
It's a huge spoiler.
Really?
Oh, kind of, yes.
Man, all right.
It's nothing really like the story wise. It's just a spoiler about Garp later on. Like he does some stuff.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
No.
Okay. Garp does some stuff. Stuff happens.
Major stuff.
Nah,
Semi-major.
we don't know yet. I think it's major because Garp is doing something. It's like when Shanks does something.
Oh, when that guy does something, he's like picking his nose or something.
It's usually
Talks
him.
to somebody
It's
for, like,
usually
10
him
seconds.
reading.
Exactly.
Yeah, or that.
I'm so over this guy.
Well, actually, he does something in the manga. He fucks somebody up.
20-some years.
20-something years. Yeah.
Jeez.
Hyped up. That's how you hype up character.
Man, no, you don't.
Yes.
25 years. And
Can you imagine when you watch him actually do shit in the anime? Like, bro, he's gonna fuck shit up. It's gonna be cool.
Live action, you gotta get to it like season fucking 5. Or something.
Dude, in the live action, I honestly didn't like him in the live action. Do you remember when he pointed the gun?
I didn't either.
When he did the gun thing, and then he pointed the gun and he shot, and then he turned around like he was surprised. Why the fuck would you put the gun out first if you were going to be surprised when the shot was going to be shot?
He's not surprised.
He was surprised. Who shot that?
He feels bad about it.
No, he was like, who shot that? No, Lucky Roo in the anime. It was like, you better not bring out a gun if you're not going to use it. If you don't, these aren't toys. If you bring it out, someone's going to die. And the second he says that, Lucky Roo blows somebody. Lucky Roo still, to this day, obviously, has the first confirmed kill in One Piece. 25, 26 years? Lucky Roo, number one kill.
Can't they never kill anybody. But
they blow his head off.
How's it going on here, man?
Anyway, fine, fuck it.
But yeah, so, I mean, I think that's probably the last. Oh, yeah, Zeph was cool, too.
Zeph was cool.
Zeph was fucking good.
Yes.
Craig Fairbrass, sorry. Fucked up your name.
That was the name?
Fairbrass. Yeah, Craig Fairbrass. Craig Fairbrass did a fucking excellent job. He felt just like the anime character to me.
You know,
perfect.
The one thing I didn't like about Mihawk and actually it was basically a story.
Mihawk was more like writing, but I like the acting. And
well,
stuff.
It wasn't. I liked Mihawk, but the only thing I didn't really like is when he responded to the Garp.
More writing thing.
100% writing thing. So another thing I didn't like about him is that it's not about him. It's a writing thing. How the fuck did he know Garp is Luffy's grandfather?
Because he knows all.
No. How did Zeph find out?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Do you know how he know? Because when he was like, this is a family matter. And Zeph says that to Garp. He's like, show me where Luffy is. Tell me where he is. This is a family matter. I don't need to get it
Maybe
involved.
Garp told him at one point.
No, he didn't. They met him right then and there. They showed it in the live action. No. Like, you're Redfoot Zeph, aren't you? It's like, yes, but I left that name long ago.
I thought he had seen him or something.
Nah. Well, he knew Redfoot Zeph, but he didn't know him as
I thought he
Chef
was out there
Zeph.
trying to like get him as a Marine, but just didn't meet him and shit.
No.
You know what I mean?
For some reason, Garp was just out to kick Luffy's ass for some reason, which defeats the purpose of like Luffy actually fighting Garp in Marineford, because we see him fight in East Blue.
Yeah, it makes it weird now. That's why I'm like, I'm not loving that version of the character.
Like what?
Man. Yeah.
What? First of all, why is Garp like Garp? They didn't. Okay, so the one thing about the live action I really didn't like, and they really did say Oda was part of it. Obviously, he was part of it, like a big part of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Oda had yes or no. There's a lot of things he said yes to because he didn't really have much of a choice because he wanted the the live action to come through. So there's certain things he was steadfast about. Like he would not let a lot of things things that they should have showed in like later seasons, but he wouldn't have been down for it. He was like, no, we cannot show this. This is not now. And they're like, all right, fine. And one of the things they were very fighting for is just Garp being the antagonist of the first season. That's why they ended up showing a fight scene between Garp and Luffy, because they wanted him to be the antagonist. Why? I don't fucking know. But they did. You know what I mean? And Oda was like, no, that's not the way it is. That's why they ended up with Arlong Park. Arlong. afterwards.
That's the logical.
That it makes no sense. Do you know why they ended up showing Garp, which happens on the end of Ennie's lobby after they declare war on the world government, and then Garp shows up, says he's his grandfather. That's when the crew finds out in the anime and manga, and then they're like, "Oh, your father is Monkey D. Dragon." Granted, they didn't say that in the live action,
which I'm cool with that.
But they will say next season, which is fine because next season is supposed to be Locktown.
Yep.
I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'm cool with that. They could bring it up even in the beginning of the season. Oh, hey, by the way, did you know your grandfather is fucking Monkey D. Dragon? It could be fucking anywhere. Garp could have said it. I don't care. I'll be cool with it.
Since it's already out there about Garp.
It's supposed to be in the next season anyway.
Monkey D. Dragon,
yeah. I don't care where he finds out.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah.
That.
But the fact that, like,
he's another outlaw.
No, not everybody knows.
Yeah.
Now, if like Mihawk finds out, like Mihawk comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, did you know, like, fucking Luffy's Monkey D. Dragon's son?"
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck did you know? Like, who told you?
Oh, I feel it.
It's the same thing with Zeph. How did Zeph find out Luffy's Garp's is Luffy's grandfather? They were eating a steak.
Who would know that? Like Goldie Roger?
No. Do you know who I know who knew about that in the live action?
Who?
The crew.
Well, I know. Yeah.
That's it.
Because he said it.
Yes, and he says, "Grandpa."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Grandpa, what the fuck?" Like, he's a vice admiral. Vice admiral. We don't really know about vice admirals up until the Grand Line, because all we get in the at East Blue is just fucking captains, which is Smoker, and Captain was a threat at that time. Smoker was kicking Luffy's ass.
Yeah, that was a little clunky. That's true.
Well, we'll see what they do in the live action.
It was just more logical progression, though, where you just had captains, and then you had vice admirals.
Correct.
And then you had, when you get, I always forget the guy with the cigars and the Hawaiian shirt, the fire guy that killed Ace.
Admiral.
Yeah.
Akainu,
yeah.
Got it.
I always forget his name.
Okay. Got a little confused there.
It's like some crazy, like, fucking spot in my brain that gets blocked out every time.
It's a horrible moment for all of us.
Akainu, yeah. It's like he's such a good character too. Now
he's good, especially now since he's the fleet admiral.
See, he's one of those characters they rarely use, but when they use him, effective. He's in there doing shit, gone.
If you read the anime, if you read the manga, you'll see him right now in the
doing some shit, huh?
Yeah, doing some shit.
I've been hearing like little whispers, man. I just want to catch up, so that way I'll just find out the spoilers myself. But
I'm not trying to say anything, but he does some stuff.
We'll be getting into some more One Piece goodness, the anime and manga, Wano, and all this stuff in the future, rounding out this year. Don't you be fucking sleeping on it. But yeah, man. But I mean, I think that's all the characters I really wanted to highlight that I liked and firmly disliked. Arlong was okay. Some of the fishmen were okay. You know what I mean?
What did you think about Hachi? How Hachi wasn't in there?
Oh yeah, the fish guy, right?
The octopus guy.
Yeah,
they were all fish guys.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I'm just.
But yeah, the octopus guy. I forgot about him until after the fact.
Friendship over.
I was watching Unreal. Not Unreal. Sorry, I was watching Grand Line Review.
Got it.
And he was talking about that, and I was like, "Holy shit! How can I forget about Helmeppo?"
Wait, how you mean Hachi?
Whatever. You know what I mean? So many fucking names in this goddamn series, man.
Oh man.
25 years worth of names, dog. It's like
Harry Potter. There's a lot of names. There's worse than Harry Potter because Harry Potter is always the same names, and they introduce every once in a while a new person.
But damn.
Like One Piece is
See?
But the thing about Hachi, it makes a big deal because it takes out what Nami learned, like saves him. He spits his ink on himself in the live.
Well, he technically was in the show though.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
That was not Hachi.
Are you sure?
That wasn't an octopus.
Are you sure?
I think it's a theory, but I've heard about that.
I know, but I'm just saying.
When Nami's been playing poker,
debunked, though?
I don't think I debunk it, but
well,
I'm not sure.
I'm just saying, hey man, you're not.
It's probably I'm not 100% not.
It could be him though.
It could be him, but then again, that still defeats
the purpose of having him.
Like the emotional impact.
I'm with you.
Of Nami meeting them later on.
Yep, exactly. He plays
like who gives a shit?
In the Water 7, man.
I'm sorry.
Was he in Water 7 or which arc was he in later?
It was the Flying Fish Riders arc. Before
before they get into
Sabaody. The guy that the guy that looks like Sanji's wanted poster when it was drawn.
Oh yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"I hate you, Sanji," and then he
yeah,
fixes,
yeah,
he
yeah.
literally kicks his face into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that that's
Man.
that scene.
I really
That's
gotta
when like
watch
he
an
goes
anime
and
again.
they go say
Oh, man.
Hachi,
That's
because
good.
that's when they meet Kami, and Kami was like, "My friend Hachi," and they're like, "Hachi," and they're like, "Who the fuck is like that? Sounds familiar." Like what? And then later on, like in the episode, they go on and they're like, "Is that fucking? That's him. That's fucking him." And because he was like, "Oh hey, Kami, thanks for Kami come from here. Is that the Strides? I mean, who are you guys?" And he was like, "That's him for sure." What an idiot! Because Hachi's like that guy. He's that clumsy guy who would say "Oh hey, I'm Hachi. I mean, my name is
I know.
this." That's who he
Like,
is as a character.
dumbass. But yeah, man. But I was like, that was one of the things where I was like, damn, should have cut him out of the show either.
They shouldn't, because it defeats a lot of the emotional impact later on.
Take some of the stuff out, man.
The thing is about
like
One
Don
Piece.
Krieg is like they'll be all right.
No, it's not.
I'm saying like it's not gonna affect the entire.
It
show.
should. Do you know why? Do you know how Sanji joins the crew in the live action? Zeph really just tells him, "You can't cook for us no more." Yep. And he was like, "Fine. This chore boy offered me a job. I'll take his job." And he was like, "Fine, take it. Yep. You need to go take your dreams. Go follow your dreams and shit." Yeah. And he was like, "Fine." And then that's how Sanji joins the crew. Yep. Did you also want to know something interesting, you guys? Sanji was the first person to actually officially join the crew in the beginning arc, in the first season. Yep. Because later on they tell Zoro's like, "You're the first mate. Shouldn't you say something?" After they find out Garp is the grandfather. Yep. And then Nami joins the crew obviously after Arlong Park, which is supposed to happen. Yep. But with Don Krieg missing, by the way, it defeats why Sanji. The reason why Sanji joins the crew in the anime and manga, obviously, is because Sanji sees on what Zoro and Luffy do for their dreams. And then he realizes, why am I not? Like, I could do this. I'm gonna fight for my dreams. Look at them. Live and fuck your dreams and live. That's why what he says basically to Zoro when he gets sliced from Mihawk. And then he does the whole speech. And then he sees Luffy's fight against Don Krieg.
And that was one moment they definitely didn't.
Yes. And that was the nail in the coffin for Sanji to join the crew. Now Sanji just joined the crew because of Nami. Like, who gives a shit?
Pussy's a pretty good reason.
Then again, in the anime, in the Arlong Park arc, they're like, "Oh, Nami's not coming back," and then Sanji's like, "Now I have 96.7% reason not to stay with you guys." Exactly. And I was just like, "What the fuck?" It's accurate, dude. Which, look, it's accurate to a certain extent. They did do it. Well, it's Sanji, for God's sake. No, but for him to actually, when we see it in the anime, we actually realize, coming from a guy who just rewatched it.
True, because I was gonna say it's not fresh on my mind.
No, I just rewatched it literally a week ago. Damn.
We gotta get on it.
Sanji, the impact of him watching them fighting for their dream, and he has his own dream of finding the All Blue, is just so much more impactful than him just being like, "Fine, I won't cook. This guy offered me a job," and then he goes, and now he's part of the Straw Hat crew.
I disagree.
You disagree? Yeah. Welcome to the 21st century. That shit's so annoying. So and my question is also, real quick, how the fuck did Zeph know Luffy was Garp's grandson? Who told him?
Fucked his mother.
Who the fuck did that?
Zeph.
Zeph fucked whose mother? Luffy's mom. Yeah. So Zeph is family. Yeah. Got it. Or who told Mihawk? Because remember, Garp called Mihawk to kill Luffy. And then for whatever reason, Mihawk found Luffy interesting because he decided to say, "I'm going to be king of the pirates." And he was like, "Oh, that's interesting. You know what? I'll let you live." And then he leaves, which is the dumbest reason ever. But then again, it wasn't as much as the anime. Like in the anime, He slices me Zoro, the slash across the chest, and then Luffy stretches his arm out, and he's like Zoro, and he screams and he like goes to try to fight him. Okay, cool. And then he realizes Devil Fruit, and then he says the name. Now the question is that
Monkey D. Luffy.
no, I'm actually just realizing this now. Does Mihawk know about the Devil Fruit of Joy Boy?
Yeah.
Does he know about the legend?
Shouldn't he?
Do you think he knows that it's a rubber power? So when he sees Luffy for the first time,
no,
that's why he decides to let him live?
Maybe.
You don't think so?
Maybe though.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't he know about Void Century type stuff?
I feel like he should know about the rumors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
like
would
whatever
he know about Joy Boy though?
And then,
but would he know? Like, okay, Mihawk has been around for a while.
Yeah,
just like Shanks.
Affiliated with all the emperors, and he's affiliated with all the people from Goldie Rogers affiliations and shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah, he's friends with people that were on Goldie Rogers' crew. He should definitely know about that.
About Joy Boy, then, right?
Yeah,
because Shanks knows about that. That's why he went and he got the gum fruit because he knows that's the Joy Boy fruit.
Exactly.
That's why he was super pissed when Luffy ate it.
And a lot, everyone else doesn't know. Yeah, they know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means Mihawk knows.
They just didn't convey that well in this show.
Live action.
No,
but
that's why it didn't bother me because I know
interesting.
That. But the writing is assuming I know that. But if you don't know the anime or haven't seen it or don't remember that, you're like, what the fuck? Because I knew that Mihawk kind of knows about it. Because I'm like, people know about this shit because they were just talking about it.
No, they wouldn't know about that.
Not a lot of people. I'm saying people would know rumors about
nobody should know about that. Do you know why I know about? Nobody should know about that. It was in a convoy for the world government. That's why one of the Topi Roppo.
So why did Shanks go and seek it out then?
Because he probably learned about it when they went to Laughdale.
That's what I'm saying.
But Shanks wasn't there. Shanks never went to Laughdale.
I know.
He stayed with Buggy.
But he probably would have knew about it.
He probably heard about it.
Exactly. He probably told Mihawk. Because they're boys.
Say, hey, there's this person that has a rubber power. Mm-hmm.
He probably said, hey, what you up to, man? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably catching up or some shit.
And he says, like, oh, this is what happened.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I just got a fucking devil fruit, bro. Like, what? For real? Like, oh, what'd you get?
Oh, it's this fruit, da-da-da-da-da-da. And
he's like,
basically.
Oh, for real? Like, that's the thing? He's like, yeah.
And then when he sees Luffy later on, because that's why he goes afterwards when Luffy gets his bounty after defeating Arlong. He's like, hey, this is him. And he was like, oh, because Shanks told him about the fruit.
Yeah.
And then he sees Luffy. That's why he says, oh, you're interesting. Because he knows already about the fruit. Holy fucking shit, dude. That's not even like again, oh my.
See? They didn't convey
it
in the live action. The anime, that's what I started thinking about when I was seeing it in Wano recently.
Right.
I was like, oh. So I was like, yeah, they probably had a little idea about it. They don't probably know like every detail and shit. Like the government was like, oh shit, it was this and that and the third and this and he does this and he's doing all the same shit. They probably just heard the legend of Joy Boy. Because even that damn elephant knows about it. How the fuck does that elephant know about it?
It's because he's been alive since then.
All right. Fair enough. But still, that's what I mean.
He's one of Joy Boy's companions. That's why when he heard the beats.
Who the elephant is?
Yes, that's why when he did something.
For those who don't know who the elephant is, catch up on Wano.
Zunisha.
For those of you that don't, for those of you that do know, you know. For those that don't know, you don't know. IYK.
Like Zunisha was confirmed. Excuse me.
To be hundreds of years old from the Void Century.
Hundreds of years old.
Walking
yes.
Around since then.
Yes.
What's the point of it walking around?
It was banished, and that was the punishment.
The world government said you gotta walk around everywhere.
We don't know who said it. Yeah, according to the anime or manga, we don't know who said it.
It's like Im-sama or something.
Yes, that's to my knowledge now because we know who Im. We don't know who Im is, but we know the existence of
the guy.
Yes,
girl entity. Person.
Entity, whoever the fuck. He could be fucking a ghost. We don't know, dude.
I'm kidding.
All right, dude.
I'm kidding. I'm just jumping out there with the craziest theory.
We all know it's Crocodile. I'm just kidding. I know it's not fucking Crocodile. That'll be the dumbest shit ever. by the way.
Why not?
All right, stop.
Fucking crocodile
Anyway.
being a woman, so weird. Anyways, enough of the tangents.
Oh.
Now it's time for us to get into all the stuff that they fucked up that they need to improve upon because they suck. No, it's playing.
Right.
I'm just speaking like the internet. I'm sorry. But now we're going to talk about the stuff we didn't like as much. And the stuff I'm going to start off, I feel like we should kick it off with, is Garp. Damn.
Yes.
They had him acting goofy as hell. They had him doing this whole thing as a ploy to train Luffy and get him prepared for some bullshit.
Yeah, like they make it one
like,
Garp.
No, he's not down for him doing this shit at all.
He's really
never
not.
Been in for it. That's the whole fucking conflict of interest in Marineford. And I say conflict of interest because Garp's like, fuck, man. I don't want to do this shit. But now you're fucking up in front of everybody. So I have to fuck you up now. Because now we're fighting Whitebeard and all this shit. I told your ass not to get into the middle of this shit.
Oh,
now I have no other choice.
Yes.
Yeah. It all builds to that moment. Now it's like, how the fuck is that supposed to pop off now? That's stupid.
Well, they already had that fight in the live action.
It's dumb.
It's very dumb.
They should not have had a fight or any of that.
They shouldn't have a fight.
It would have been fine if they had him in this season seeking him out to go get him. Like, oh shit, Luffy. Now you think he's trying to be a pirate? It's like if they had him pop up or something like that to introduce him in the show, and they had a characterization more closer to how he actually is in the anime, fine. I don't mind them introducing the character early. That's fine with me. But the way that they executed it with him being a goofball that's over here hanging out with Kobe, and that's like his boy and all this shit. And I'm like, all right, dude, like, why are we spending this much time with him? Why don't we get more time with fucking Luffy and Zoro?
Okay.
Why don't we get more time with Sanji?
Fair.
Why don't we get some more time with goddamn Usopp or something?
Fair.
This is stupid.
Fair. By the way, time out. Garp is a goofball. He is such dude. He's a Luffy goofball, but just with the Marines.
True, but I'm like
100% true. Do you know how I know this?
He's
the one that would fall asleep in the middle of a conversation and then be like, "Wake the fuck up!" And then, "Oh, what? What's going on?" And he's a vice admiral.
I feel like he's not doing it to be goofy though.
No, that's who he is.
Shit, he's like,
Luffy doesn't.
I can't stop him.
Luffy doesn't do it to be funny.
I know.
He does it because that's who he is.
But fucking Garp can't even capture these fools with the cannons and shit.
No.
He has to act like he's incompetent.
In the live action.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Which
is action,
which they did Garp completely wrong.
I agree.
Garp wants to find somebody and catch them.
You can catch them in a second.
Aside from Luffy, he will catch them.
Exactly.
And if he chased the Straw Hat Pirates in the live action, not knowing it was Luffy in the beginning.
No. That's what I'm saying.
And then he learns later on, oh, it's Luffy.
That's what I'm saying.
And before he found out, the way he would have found out is him catching them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. By the end of the season, he's like, oh, what? It's you? Oh, fuck no, dude.
No.
You know
honestly,
what,
what they should have showed,
makes more logical
they should have just not showed Garp. I don't know. Like,
didn't they show him early on, though?
You know?
Not like the first few episodes.
They showed him early on.
They showed him pretty early.
I think it was the second episode, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So
they
could show him in this season.
Well,
just don't have him be such a big.
Do you know the thing about the season of One Piece, the live action? Do you know what the really thing that stuck out to me? Everything is out to get Luffy. Everything. The whole anime, the whole thing of adventure, him just falling into trouble doesn't exist into live action. Him in the live action is just him running away from things that are trying to catch him. Navy that are there that are like, oh, Luffy, where's Luffy? Oh, Mihawk, who's there to catch Luffy? Why is Luffy catch Luffy? Oh, all this other stuff. It's just like, why is it all about? Like, I know he's the main character.
Was like, that was a natural conflict.
It really wasn't.
I feel like that was the same thing that happened.
Luffy shows up. I want this boat. And he's like, oh, I'll let you show the people. Oh, shit, there's people back here. Oh, we'll hide. And Luffy's like, oh, fuck this guy. And we'll fight him. Granted, it kind of happens the same way in the anime.
That's what I'm saying.
But in the anime, we learn more about them. We learn more about Kuro. We don't know he's a villain up until that point. We don't know that he's a pirate. And then he switches. Boom. Switches.
That's true, yeah.
Yes. But like up until that point, it was just like in the live action, it was just, oh, here's Luffy, here's Kuro, and here's Usopp, and now they're evil. I was just like, what?
I felt like they were hinting at it and things like that.
They
kind of putting that foreshadowing in there.
Why would they kill off Mary then? And then Luffy in the live action naming the ship Mary in homage to Mary dying. Because Mary dies in the live action, Mary doesn't die in the anime or manga. So
They felt a reason to have to explain it, but
just let him call it after himself. Don't let him die. Huh?
Call it the Luffy.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Not the Golden Luffy.
No.
I'll call it the Going Luffy.
All right, Bartolomeo, calm down.
Come on, man.
And I'm the one with the tattoos.
Come on, dude, do it.
And I'm calling
Just
you
do it.
Bartolomeo.
All right, so next season we're definitely gonna be introducing.
Next season,
Kaido.
you know what's gonna happen?
No, it's good.
Next season, what?
I was joking. I was like, next season introducing Kaido. No.
Yeah, he needs to get the fuck out of here.
Big Mom.
Yep, go home. This guy.
Come on, man.
Next season, what we're gonna see is you know how Garp is the one that's chasing Luffy right now?
Yeah.
Because the entire season is everybody out to get Luffy. And Luffy doesn't know. He's just getting away. He doesn't know until Garp was getting after him until the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
He didn't know Mihawk was after him until the end of the 4th episode. Or 5th episode. Yeah. After the fight.
They repeated it a bit too much.
Yeah.
But he's also trying to recruit people at the same time.
But he doesn't.
And once they get the map element, then it sort of gets more focused. So it's like, I do think they rely on the same thing too much, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know how they're going to do it much differently because of the way they wrote the season out, you know? I'm like, if Garp's going to be the main antagonist,
he's not.
In a sense. He's not, but I'm saying the way that they wanted it to be.
For the first season, yes.
To be in there so much. Because I think they just changed what he was doing as opposed to being the villain. I don't think they changed a lot of what he was doing, you know? Like, they just put Arlong and them in there. But I think that's why Arlong to me felt a little shoehorned in towards the end there. I almost forgotten about him for a while. Because they spent so much time on Garp and Kuro.
Right.
Which Kuro felt right because that
Kuro
was
felt good.
That was good for this season. And I thought that was almost the strongest element of the series in the sense of them adapting it.
Right.
I felt like that was the strongest where they nailed kind of mostly everything pretty much at a certain point where they nailed the most stuff consistently. Where the Arlong Park stuff was still cool. We had some good action. We had some good emotional moments that I think don't hit as hard as the anime. But if you're talking about this as a whole, someone that doesn't have that anime comparison, it's going to work.
Which is funny because I've actually had coworkers at work.
Yes. So us being anime guys, manga people, things like that, you're not going to get the same feeling. The Zoro speech, same thing. It's not the same impactful performance that they had in the anime and dub, sub, and everything like that. Because I don't think the manga necessarily hits the same way either.
Trust me, it hits way better than the anime. And like in the live action, like English.
I'm saying I don't know if the manga hits as hard as the anime or vice versa. Which one's better?
They do.
I haven't read it, but
I almost cried during when Zoro was like out there like crying because again the impact of Zoro just seeing Mihawk, seeing his dream right before his fucking eyes. And going for it that second, not having a day. Hey, let's do this tomorrow morning. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you saying tomorrow morning? Doing this right now. That's what Zoro in the anime is. The Zoro in the manga. We're doing this now. It's not tomorrow morning bullshit.
I agree. That was so fucking weird.
Like, what? Give time for them, and then everybody sits there and stands there like,
so out of character.
You shouldn't do this. This guy's gonna fuck you up. Yeah. Is that supposed to be more of an emotional impact for us?
That's what they were trying to do.
But the more of the emotional impact is knowing who Zoro is, and then seeing him getting cut down like that. It's not him
showing who he is as opposed to
talking about it and
having these flashbacks and all this other stuff.
No. I love Zoro because of the flashbacks. I like the flashbacks.
But I'm just saying the way they used it in the live action, it felt like shoehorned in there. It didn't feel like a natural progression for the flashbacks. Like a lot of them felt like that. I feel like Sanji's and Nami's were the only two that felt more organic in the way they put it in there.
Well, it was just the time frame of like where
Exactly.
the flashbacks landed
Exactly.
into the.
That's what I'm saying. And they
Got it.
always would like cut into the middle of shit,
Yeah.
and then go back to the present day. Where I liked in the anime, they let the fucking flashbacks.
It was
play
just
out.
one episode.
Yeah. And then you move back into the present
Next
and you get
episode.
an understanding of what's going on.
Yes.
And you move on with the shit.
Right.
Like in Fishman Island, where you finally get the stuff with Arlong and you get more context of what's going on with him.
Right.
Younger. Because I liked it in the live action when they showed him as a younger just pirate. And he came in contact with Nami.
Yeah.
I thought they did a great job with
that. That was cool, right?
I thought the actor really came through. The makeup looked a little
but it's live action. What do you expect?
Performance was good. I was like, yeah, he feels like Arlong. He feels intimidating. This is good.
Yeah.
I thought all the Fishman actors did a good job.
And then later on, it just fell off for me.
Yeah, a little bit. But
like when
overall, I was like, you know what? Yeah, y'all didn't fuck this villain up. This isn't bad. This is serviceable. He feels good. I'm not bad. I'm not mad at this. But Kuro, to me, they nailed that.
Not really for me.
Kuro, I would just say, just overall for what they were going for what it was. I still think in the anime it was better, of course.
Well,
but I like the way that they showed him like speeding around too. I was like, damn, that was actually
in the
pretty
live
good
action
special effects. Yeah, like that wasn't bad. Like
Okay.
it looked pretty visually on point for what that should look like. I'm like, damn, this isn't bad. Like if you're gonna do instant transmission in live action, you could probably pull it off. Like
Right.
that was like, all right, not bad. I'll give you some credit. I wish Sanji would have had the Diablo stuff going on, but maybe it's too early for that yet. Anyway,
it's way too early.
I was like, it's way too early for it. Plus, it's expensive to do, so they got to build up to that, get the bigger budgets and all that stuff. But it would have been cool to get a little tease of that or something. I'm just, fucking fanboying out over here. But overall too, man, with the pacing of the show and with the overall adapting of the storyline and stuff like that, with 61 episodes, 100 chapters, it's definitely gonna be tough to nail that aspect all the way through. But I do feel like where they left off for the Grand Line does feel like a natural progression into season 2. So I do want to give them some credit there. I do feel interested to see where they're gonna go. They did kind of go through Logtown pretty quickly. Arlong Park,
they didn't show Logtown.
They didn't really even show that. Like they
There's Logtown
at all.
is the next season.
Yeah. So it's like they kind of save that for the next thing as we get into
on the
Jaya
end
and everything, and as we kind of get towards the
whoa,
not Jaya.
You're thinking
of
of way.
say, as we get to Reverse Mountains, what I was trying to say,
yes,
and all that other stuff leading into the Grand Line. It's gonna be interesting to see where they lead into it. Smoker is obviously a big thing they're teasing for.
He's gonna be the next person that's gonna chase them,
the big villain
instead of
antagonist, which makes much more sense. And hopefully the actor's good, and they nail that.
Hey, as long as he smokes 4 cigars, I'm cool with it.
I feel you, but just come on, man. And the chick, I always forget the chick. Swordsman chick.
Oh my god,
I like her a lot.
I have hiccups. I'm sorry.
What is wrong with me, man? Can't remember anyone.
No, hold on. One second. It's Tashigi.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Her whole thing with Zoro, I love that. The way that it's all came to a head.
She's Karina.
Super cool. So hopefully they get her into the series. They do that justice. But hey, man, if you're gonna do season 2, if you're in the writer's room, how are you gonna plot this thing out?
Season 2, right?
Yeah.
Right now, the way it is.
Roughly, yeah. Like the way you see it, with the way they set
just
things up.
follow the fucking manga.
But what's the way they're gonna do it?
All right.
10 episodes.
Right now,
you gotta be realistic. With
right now, they already did the barrel scene where they all introduced their own dreams. By the way, they did that. Yes. By the way, they did that before they went to the Reverse Mountain.
Yeah, they're leading right into that.
Yes, but
I was actually pretty hyped on that. On the end of the episode, I was like, "Oh shit, Reverse Mountain!" Now she's like, "Hey man, this shit ain't making sense, man."
Next season,
they're doing it.
Next season, they're going to Logtown.
I'm like, damn, it's like Ahsoka.
You want to know something interesting? That's not going to happen. Next season, they're going to go to Logtown. What's going to happen in Logtown is Luffy might get executed by Buggy, like normal, because that's what happens in the anime.
Damn, hell yeah, Jeff Ward, bring him back.
And then he gets struck by lightning.
I hope Jeff Ward.
I hope they do that when he gets struck by lightning. That would be sick.
Oh, dragon.
But fun fact.
Dragon?
Yes, fun fact. By the way,
all right.
Did you know Buggy was the first ever? He said the first ever curse word in One Piece.
No.
In the anime.
Oh.
When they're in the Gold Roger bar, because the bar is called Gold Roger, and he pulls out the Joker. It's like, Alvida. She's like, "Oh, are we gonna get him? Are we gonna kill him?" He's like, well, find out. And then he puts down the cart and there's the Joker. And he goes, shit. That was the first ever curse word in One Piece. Excuse me. Sorry, I have hiccups.
bro.
I can't stop.
Some water. Jeez.
Sorry.
Hiccuping on the mic.
I can't stop.
How dare you? Can you believe this? Unprofessional. Unprofessional. But yeah, man, but all I know is I want Alabasta. I want it now. No play.
What do you mean?
They don't have to skip ahead to it. I'm just fucking.
No.
I want Alabasta.
Don't pull a 4Kids stuff.
I want Alabasta. Do it. I want them to do it. You could do all the freaking. You could do Drum Island and all that. One episode each. Get to Alabasta. 5 episodes. Let's go.
One episode each for Drum Island.
All that stuff.
You're insane. One of the 10.
Streamline that shit, man.
One of the 10 crew members that
First
shows up.
Streamline it, dog. Whiskey Peak. One episode of just nonstop action like Game of Thrones. Just get through it, man.
You don't want to know.
Alabasta is where it's at. That's where you need to spend the majority of the story.
The season where I think second season will end. Fuck, I'm sorry about the hiccups. I'm sorry. Can we just like pause this?
No.
Oh, damn it.
No. No.
Damn it. Really?
Water didn't do anything?
It didn't help for that second.
Hold your breath, man. Do something. It's all the dabs.
Damn it.
You're growing.
Fuck.
Dude.
Cut this. Anyway. Bro, I can't, like, I'm sorry. Trying to give you this up some more work.
What?
You have to have more. You have to have more work. God damn it! My bad, bro. I didn't mean to like. I have hiccups. I can't stop it. Oh my god! It's gonna stop in a second. God damn it! Oh, we're talking about the live action. Like which part? So you can cut it back in.
Season 2
of One Piece. All right, so the season 2 of One Piece, it's gonna start obviously with Logtown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yes, and then they're gonna go to Reverse Mountain. I hope to God that they fucking add Laboon. They better add Laboon. If they don't add Laboon, I'm out. I'm out.
Damn, you don't think they would?
Well, don't pull a fucking 4Kids dub.
Yeah,
they did that on 4Kids. 4Kids dub.
Man, you can't do that and have fucking Brooke come in there and all that.
Well, yeah.
Down the line,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then again, I've been wrong in all the live action adaptations I've ever said before.
True.
Because
but
I
then
think
again, we did think this was going to be complete garbage, and it wasn't.
It's not complete garbage.
It's not garbage at all, man. Dragon Ball Evolution is garbage, okay?
Look.
Where they don't get anything right.
Dragon Ball Evolution was just not garbage. It was just...
It was a big pile of shit!
Yeah, it really was.
Big pile of shit on top of shit.
It was.
Or don't forget about Death Note.
I honestly never really watched the Netflix adaptations.
Dude, that's some bullshit.
I've never watched Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, or
Cowboy Bebop was okay.
Full Metal. Didn't watch that. Thank God.
Yeah, Death Note, I didn't finish it. That shit was whack, dude.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah.
I watched like 30, 45 minutes of that shit. I was like, this is fucking stupid. Why are we in Seattle right now?
Really?
Yeah.
I've never watched it, so I don't know.
So dumb.
the premise that
They
they
changed
have.
it to America, Seattle, fucking Washington. So dumb. And I've heard the rest of the movie and the ending and botched it. Completely botched it. The only thing they had right was Willem Dafoe as
Ryu.
Yeah, which was cool. Great actor,
The
obviously.
only thing I remember, I heard about the live action Death Note was what's his name? Kira was a simp for what's her face name? I forgot her name, but the girl.
Yeah.
That he made her a simp to him in the anime and live action and manga, but
in the live action,
they reversed it,
which completely changes the dynamic of the story.
because you guys just know all guys are simps. Anyway,
Yeah, pretty much. No,
that's how that shit was.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I'm like, why did you do
Yeah,
that?
they changed it because they wanted to introduce it to more guys, and more guys that watch anime are more like Kira in the live action than Kira in the manga
Fair,
or anime.
Still stupid.
Very stupid, but it's all about, you know, like.
I didn't get it, but
Okay.
This one at least got a little bit closer. But yeah, man, I want Alabasta as quick as possible.
Whoa, we're gonna be at 12 seasons.
Get to it. I want season 2 to mostly focus on Alabasta.
No, 12 second season is gonna get
Island, up. 1 episode.
Nope. What the fuck?
1 episode.
No.
Hour long. Get to the point. Move on. An hour long is 3 episodes. Condense that shit.
No.
Condense it.
The next season.
Drum Island went on way too long. I did not need to spend all that time. And then Little Garden. I don't care about the giants. Move on.
What?
Who cares? The only giant we need to meet is the D1 that was fucking Nico Robin's backstory. Don't care about the fucking
Segwar D Sol.
Yes, thank you.
Sagwar?
Something like that. That's the only one that matters. Doesn't matter.
D Sol.
Two fighting each other and all this stupid shit. Lame. Move on. I would almost skip the episode. Lameness. Move through it. Get to fucking Whiskey Peak. Get to Baroque Works. That's where you need to spend your time at. Nami getting sick, things like that. Get to the important stuff. Alabasta is where you need to spend 5-6 episodes. Marinate on that shit. I want Crocodile. I want Smoker action. I want Nico Robin.
They're gonna do so much.
BB, let's go. Let's get to the good shit.
I
want a bomb going off. I want dude to get blown.
That's gonna happen in the last episode for sure.
All that shit going now. That's where the heat is at. That's why people love One Piece. Alabasta. Get to it. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, man. 1 episode each, dude. 4 or 5 episodes. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. What are you looking for, bro?
I dropped my pen somewhere. Yeah.
Are you sitting on it?
Maybe I am.
Then get up.
Doesn't matter. You guys already know where it is. In my ass. No, I was playing. But anyways. But fucking yeah, dude. Alabasta. I'm on 5-6 episodes of that shit. Get to it. Streamline it.
It's gonna be the beginning of the next art, like season.
No.
Season 3 is gonna be Alabasta.
No.
That's my prediction.
No.
Because they're gonna show Little Garden. They have to show Little Garden.
Fucking time doing all that.
Because they have to show the fucking giants.
Why?
Dorian Bragi, because it's Usopp's dream to go to Elbath. Sorry.
I can get to that with the other guy later.
What other guy?
Nico Robin backstory.
But that's for Robin, not for the crew.
Wait till Elbath, man.
What? They just show up?
I'm gonna talk about it. Whatever. Quick Easter egg. Move on. So lame.
No, it's because it's so big. Because even Big Mom was rejected from Elbath.
See, that's what inspires him. There you are, giant lady. So, oh shit.
She's not a giant though.
Well, he doesn't know that.
We do know that though.
That's what he thinks.
Who thinks?
Usopp thinks.
Usopp knows she's not a giant.
You won't know in this version.
Because he didn't see the giants in Little Garden?
Yeah. I'm just saying, you don't have to spend like episodes on it. Just 1 episode.
No,
man.
it's going to be the end of this. Like, that's going to be
season
2.
I'm telling you. Like, how many arcs is that? Like 5, 6 arcs?
It was only like 4 episodes, bro.
I'm saying. Just 1 episode each thing. It's an hour long.
No, but that's the anime where it's only 23 episodes. In the live action, it might just be like 2 episodes.
One episode, dog.
No, because then they'll show that they're about to get to Alabasta, and then that's the third season. Them
It's
in
like 5
Alabasta.
years from now, man. So you're gonna make people wait to get to the good stuff to learn.
What?
Man, Whiskey Peak is like the only dope part about that. Everything else is just like, oh, it's fun adventures. Yeah,
No,
cool.
I think Little Garden's better than Whiskey Peak.
I don't.
Really, giants fighting each other.
Boring.
Dory and Froggy killed
Zorro on top of a mountain of fools.
Zorro. Him doing his iconic stance is so iconic that they made a statue of him in Japan. Of him doing that.
True. You can get to that moment anywhere.
You can just YouTube it, you guys.
But still, man, it's like you gotta get in all that stuff.
Look, it's
It's like, come on, dude. You're gonna spend all that time on a bunch of giants and shit. And you got characters like Crocodile just waiting in the wings.
2 giants, by the way,
Come
not a
on,
bunch.
man. Nico Robin. You're gonna wait till season 3 to get to Nico
Yes.
Robin.
Yes.
Come on, dude. Dude, I'm talking about let's do Chopper for 2
No.
episodes. That's what I want.
No.
Get Jamie Lee Curtis.
Chopper
in there
shouldn't
and
show up
go
until
lady.
season 4.
Let's go. What?
In
What
my
are you talking
opinion.
about?
In my opinion, Chopper shouldn't show up until season 4.
Dude. What?
Everything that happens in Alabasta should be 1 season in the live action.
Maybe.
Chopper doesn't show up in Alabasta. Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I fucked up. I'm sorry. Oops, sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
I
was
fucked up.
He should definitely be in season 2.
He
and
should.
He should definitely.
He should show up
Fine.
towards
I'll
the end
take
of season
Alabasta
2.
Season 3 if they'll give it a whole season.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
I
Because that is almost my absolute favorite part
Okay.
of this show. So I'll give you that.
That was my fault. I was wrong. He should show up on the end of season 2.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
So in the beginning of season 3,
I was like,
we
you
really
gotta get some more Straw
we
Hats
get
going,
Robin.
man.
I mean, we get Chopper.
Because I like the current Straw Hats, but you got to get to it a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
everyone ain't gonna stay this age forever.
So it should be season 2 should be
fair enough. Fair enough.
a little bit
Grand
Grand Line, and then it should be what is it, Whiskey Peak, and then
wait a minute. Do we see Ace before we get to Alabasta?
well, we get like little things of Ace in what's it called,
Maybe we can see him.
Drum Island, because he
maybe we
shows
can see
up
that.
and he's like, if when a pirate comes here with a straw hat, tell him I'll meet him in Alabasta.
Yeah,
I'll be there for like
Dude,
a week.
That'd be sick, man. Get a quick little cameo, show the casting. See if
We
people
should.
dig it.
Hopefully we do, but honestly, the
It's
way
fine.
the anime is completely different than the
I feel
live
you.
action.
But that'd be a cool way to do it. See if people like the actor or not. Quick little Ace cameo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But fucking yeah, man. I'm with you on that. That sounds pretty cool to me.
that'll be cool.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
But let's just not spend too much time on the Giants, all right?
No,
Get to.
giants are a big thing. Do you know why?
I know. I'm just fucking around.
They're God Usopp's dream.
Yeah. But they do have a big deal in the show because there is a whole arc that Oda's gonna do.
He's waiting for
dedicated to
Elbaf,
it.
and which is
Also-
Elbaf is now coming out. Hopefully,
What the hell's his name again?
Who?
Elbaf. What the hell? The giant with the D initials.
Marshall, Sagwar,
Thank you, Sagwar.
Diesel.
Yeah, thank you, him. He's a big question.
Yeah,
mark.
he's in Elbaf right now with all the books
Exactly.
from Ohara.
And he's one of the D's. So what is that all about? That's definitely an
We
important
might
thing.
learn about what the D actually stands for
soon.
in Elbaf,
Ooh.
which might be in the next couple
Stands
years.
For these nuts, baby, these nuts, bro. That's what it stands for.
Friendship over.
Monkey D's nuts.
Friendship over.
Man, y'all know I'm just fucking around, dude. I love One Piece, man. I'm just fucking around.
But
But you know what? Overall, I like the series. It's good. It's not great, but it's damn good.
it just
Give it
has a lot of
7.5
things.
out of 10.
For example, why did everybody figure out that Luffy is Garp is Luffy's grandfather? Garp says that to the crew, right?
Yeah.
Mihawk finds out later on. Zeph finds out literally 2 days after they leave the Baratier. How the fuck did Zeph find out?
Luffy told him.
Why? Luffy's not that kind of character to be like, hey, by the way, Garp's my grandfather. Bye. And then you just leave? No.
Nah, he probably when he pulled up, he was like, "Oh shit, it's granddad."
No, but he never pulled up when Luffy was there. Not that. Sorry. It was so bad, dude. I found that pissed off because like the moment Garp found like he says it,
man. Either way, I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it a 5.
A 5? Come on,
Fucking
man.
no.
A 5?
A fucking 5, bro.
Come
It's
on.
better than the 2 or 3 that the other live
2
actions
or
would
3?
get.
Those shouldn't even have scores, man.
Well, Dragon Ball Super was like a 1, but I'm not talking about that.
Dragon Ball Evolution shouldn't even get.
Or whatever it was, Evolution.
That didn't.
Sorry.
Other than maybe Master Roshi being okay, there was nothing else in there. You could.
Well, it's a 1 or a 0, yes, but like I still give the live action a 5. It
5 doesn't even get a passing grade.
I'm sorry. What school did you go to? A 5 out of a 10
is
a that's passing.
No, it's not. That's an F.
That's a D, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
60% below is an F. 70 or 60% is a D. 50% and below is an F.
Right. Okay. Then, well, yes, 50%.
You're not even passing.
I'm sticking by that.
70s is C. 80s is B.
It has moments where I was very interested in, but then it had moments where, like, damn it, where it was just
hiccups.
God, fuck off. I'm trying to stop with the hiccups. I'm sorry.
Hiccups. You get it?
Yes.
Oh
but
man, 5 out of 10, man.
5. Yeah, I have to.
This guy over here.
There's so many good things about it, but there's so many
straight hate.
There's so many worse things about it. More.
I think it was all right, man.
Buggy was cool. The way they killed off Don Creed was shit.
I don't like that part. No.
I don't
like the way they did Shanks, and I don't like.
Garp was a child that literally had temper tantrums.
Yeah, I didn't like those 3.
Destroys his entire office and then starts laughing maniacally later on.
That was on.
Why would he do that? Mihawk saying, "I don't take orders from Marines," and then before that, taking orders from Marines.
Writing issue, but
no, that was literally 2 episodes apart, though.
So still a writing issue.
That was not a writing issue. That was them fucking up.
It's writing.
Unlike who Mihawk is.
I guess, but I still didn't mind the character most other points in the show. Just those 2 times.
Axan Morgan did nothing wrong in the live action. And then Garp strings him up. For what reason? Because he's trying to stop pirates?
Yeah.
And not because he was killing his own men, because he didn't do that in the live action. In the anime, he killed men, his own men. Sentenced a little girl to death. And then the man was like, no. And they smack his axe hand, just smack his head down. And then in the in the live action, what happened? Zoro gets away, Garp shows up, Straw Hat guy, right? String him up. And then they string him up, and we're just like, Garp, why are you doing this to fucking Axan?
He don't give up.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, he did.
Not on the live action.
Fucked up.
He was literally doing his job. He was like, Zoro.
It's because Garp's trying to help Luffy become a pirate.
But that's the thing. The Garp's character wouldn't want him to become a pirate. He would stop him literally to stop him.
I know. I'm fucking around.
In the East Blue
version, that's not the case.
No, in the East Blue, if he knew Luffy was trying to be a pirate, because he found out later on, once he got his bounty, at that point it was already too late.
Because he's already out there.
In the live action, he was chasing him from episode 2.
Exactly.
Before he got his bounty. And if he knew that in the actual anime and chased him in episode 2 in the anime.
In the live action, though, I was like, why is he chasing him so much when he doesn't have a bounty?
Do you know why? In the show wants to show. Damn it! I know the show wants to show. I get it. The show wants to knee slapper. All right. It wants to show people that the world is out to get Luffy, the main character. That's why Mihawk was out to go get Luffy, specifically by name.
Either way,
every arc. Where's Luffy? Where is he? I can't find him. Where's Luffy? Where is he? Tell me his name. Where is he? Fucking Batman. Yes. Where is he?
Yeah, they should put Batman in this shit.
That's what it was, bro. And it just makes no sense. And it's like, why are they making everybody in the anime? It's Luffy doing his own adventure, and it's just shit just happens to him. In the live
Not
action,
necessarily all the time.
no, yes, because in the live action, everything is happening to him. Pirates are obviously out to get him. Marines are already out to get him.
Arlong, he targeted specifically.
The Marines were out to get him before Arlong, and he didn't even have a bounty.
I know. I'm just saying in the anime, he targeted Arlong specifically.
He targeted Arlong because of Nami.
Exactly.
And that was because he was already on the island. It's not like he targeted Arlong because, like,
not because he's not the island, but
that's
he
the guy.
targeted him.
No, it's not because he had the biggest bounty or anything.
No,
it just happens.
It's a personal thing.
So in the anime, that's what I wanted to say.
They run away from the Navy quite a bit too. They have a whole G9, dude.
G9,
whatever it is, G8, whatever the fuck.
G5,
Yeah, that.
Oh, I think it was G5, G8,
whatever.
But they don't have that.
I know.
In the live action.
I know. I'm just saying they do get chased a lot by the Marines, though.
Yes, but not as much as like the world is out to get them in the live action is. You know what I mean? In the anime, it's them adventuring and then just
Luffy punches a
celestial dragon.
Yeah.
We could talk about that once that happens in the live action.
I'm just saying, like, there's precedent for it in the anime. They just didn't have a bunch of shit going on that they should be as targeted this early. But I'm just saying it is a part of the series, just not this early in the series.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
is they showed this early onto the series where this guy's a nobody.
Now it should start, but
dude,
now it's like
they introduced Luffy as a nobody pirate.
Yeah, I know.
And then, like,
by the end of the East
here's a vice admiral chasing this nobody pirate. Why?
It was because of the personal relation,
but we're not supposed to know that. Sorry, we're not supposed to know that. But then, like, what the second us as the fan base knows that, and the Straw Hat pirates know that, everybody in the series knows that. Mihawk knows it. Zeph knows it. How do they know it? Well, Garp, of course, fucking knew it.
Not Garp. Sorry, I meant to say Shanks probably already knew that. So
but they didn't bring it up as Shanks.
But he probably knew that.
Why? How would Zeph know about it?
Though Zeph doesn't make any sense. But Shanks could probably know through. Mihawk could know through Shanks because he knows Luffy personally. When Luffy would have been raised by Garp when he was still looking after him.
I give you that.
So that's what I was saying. Like that makes sense,
right?
But other than Mihawk or Shanks, though. It didn't make sense for like Zeph or anyone else to know until Luffy said it in front of all the other Straw Hats and all the other shit.
No, it makes no sense even after he says in front of the other Straw Hats. Because it's not like they're the ones that are going to blabber it. Hey, did you know fucking my captain's his grandfather?
No.
They're not going to say that.
I'm saying it wouldn't make sense for them to tell people and shit like that. But it also doesn't make sense for Zeph to know because I don't even know.
Exactly.
When they would have said anything.
No, they wouldn't have said anything.
Shanks would know, because like I said, Luffy was a kid, so he was still being looked after.
I don't think Shanks would have known, to be honest, because I don't think he knows about him training with the Dawn and living out in the mountains. He knew about him living in Fuchsia Village, the windmill village, with the Maki and stuff, and Wood Slap with the mayor.
Wood Slaps.
But then, like, after shit happened with the pirate. Because in the flashback, he what is it, blue something?
Whatever his name is.
Yes, the one that tortured Luffy, and then Ace and Sabo comes and saves him later on yes, that one. After that, he takes him to Dadan's village, like literally, and he was like, "Oh, hey, you take care of him now because he's not safe in Fuchsia Village anymore. So you live up in the mountains."
True. Like I said, this is a different version, so
yeah. But then again, also in the anime, they did take him before all that shit happened, and then he was trying to protect Ace and Sabo and not just like show their where their treasure is. That's why he got beat up. So it's a little complicated for me.
Yeah, but I said, I could see there being logic for that.
Yes,
it just wasn't portrayed that way necessarily.
No,
in this version, clearly, but. Like we always say, man, around here, we do want to hear from you guys in the comments and making sure you let us know how you think this compares to the anime or the manga. And if you haven't even read or watched the anime, read the manga or watched the anime before, and this was your first experience with One Piece, what did you think about this particular version? Did you does this make you want to check out the anime? Have you played any of the video games? Any of that good jazz, you know what I mean? And we always love hearing you guys' takes on what we have to say and all that. And make sure you hit us up on the social medias. All that stuff's in the description and everything like that. We got a lot more stuff we're going to be planning to round out the year 2023. We got some more anime stuff we want to cover. We got Ahsoka right around the corner for the finale we're going to be getting into soon. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of my man Drew here. You know, hiccups and all. So we'll be doing a lot of cool shit around the channel. And for the rest of spooky season in October, make sure you stay tuned for all the horror goodness we have here. He's going to watch all of it. It's going to be a fun time. And we're going to check out some haunted houses. It's going to be fun.
Damn straight.
So make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned. You don't sleep. We love you. Appreciate you. Trick or treat. Don't sleep. Monkey D's nuts. We're out of here.